okay? Let's do a simple meditation technique. This is, like a good starting point to begin to become familiar with our minds, okay? So just get yourself organized, get your body comfy. So the ideal scenario that all the great yogis and yoginis have found over the centuries that make it most conducive to be able to meditate, most conducive to good meditation, is to be, first of all, there are about 8 points. First, to be sitting in what they call the full lotus position. So most of us maybe can't do that. And that's only because the great yogis and yoginis can stay in meditation for hours and days, and it's very stable. They don't topple over because all the subtle energies are nicely configured. So His Holiness the Dalai Lama says it's really auspicious to start your session, even for a second, in full lotus if you can. It's sort of auspicious for the future ability to be able to do that in the advanced practices. If you can't, don't worry. If you can sit in the half lotus, great. If not that, in regular cross-legged, if not that, in a chair, whatever you can do, okay? So let's assume we're all mostly in a chair. Now, in a chair, it's important not to slump into the back of the chair. Sit upright, okay? Because when you're sitting cross-legged, you have to sit upright, otherwise you'll topple over. So here they're saying you've got to sit upright. It's important. And have your feet firmly on the ground, okay? So then, check your muscles. And they don't talk about this in the text, but it's important. They say sit upright and okay, I've talked about your bottom, if you did sit cross-legged, and then you've got your second point is your back upright and your shoulders square. So what happens if we do that? We tense our muscles. This is my way of putting it. So keep your body upright, your shoulders square and your muscles and your body upright, your skeleton, but flop the muscles, relax the muscles, especially abdomen. We'll squeeze our abdomen, relax the abdomen, relax the muscle. They don't say this in the texts, but keep your body upright. So upright, but relaxed. Third one is your hands. A typical mudra or gesture. There are many, but you can do this one. A good start. Left underneath, right on top like this, thumbs touching, resting in your lap. Right on top, thumbs touching, left underneath, resting in your lap. Your arms not tight against your side, but kind of loose if you can. That's the legs, your bottom, your shoulders, and your hands. So now the head, many points about the head. First of all, have your head slightly tilted forward, chin tucked in. If you have your head thrust back, it makes the mind agitated. Slightly tilted forward, okay. Second is your jaw relaxed. Lips slightly apart. Tip of the tongue just resting behind the top teeth near the palate. And the reason for this is all very practical, is because the yogis have found that you don't have to dribble if you're meditating for a long time. You don't dribble or have to swallow your spit all the time. So tip of the tongue behind the top teeth, resting on the palate there. Lips slightly apart. Jaw relaxed, slightly tilted forward, and your eyes, again, the yogis who really are the serious meditators, who meditate day and night, when they're meditating in the day and there's light there, they have their eyes open because the light comes in and it keeps their mind very clear and sharp. But most of us would get distracted. So have your eyes maybe lightly closed, but your eyes should be looking down, as if you're looking along your nose towards the ground. Okay, so settle now into this position. Your legs, feet, back, shoulders, abdomen, hands. There's more than 8. I added a few more. Jaw, tongue, eyes. And then forget about the body, because your body doesn't meditate. Your mind does. Okay, so now next step, let's locate the sensation of the air going in and out of your nose, which will become our focal point. So just locate it. Take a couple of breaths and just notice and locate the sensation, because that's what we're going to focus on. So take a couple of breaths, very relaxed, and just locate that sensation. So you notice it's slightly different going in and out, isn't it? Just notice it. That's general area of focus, okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to decide. Right now, we're going to decide, I'm going to pay attention to that breath. Just say it to yourself. I'm going to pay attention. Like you know yourself when you make a firm decision, it's likely that's when you're going to do it. You know, if you go, oh, I can't watch my breath, well, you won't bother, I promise. Oh, I can't drive, well, you won't drive, I promise. I will watch my breath. I'm going to pay attention to that sensation. That's the job to be done. That's the technical thing you're trying to do, okay? So now one added piece. What's going to happen naturally is the thoughts are going to be there all the time. It's just what they've been doing, uncontrolled. Well, for countless lives, actually. So they're going to be there, whether you like it or not. So the job is to do your best to keep your attention on the breath. In the beginning, it feels kind of cloudy, like you feel all you do is hear the thoughts, but just keep your focus on that breath. So there's another, so just think another part of your mind kind of watching. It's called mindfulness. It's like watching. Think of it like that. And the mind's going to wander off. So you grab it and you simply bring your attention back to the breath. Your attention wanders off again, and mindfulness brings it back to watch the breath. That's the job to be done. That's it. That's it. That's it. Allow the thoughts to be there. Allow them to come. Allow them to go. Don't have an argument. Don't wish they'd go away. Don't talk to them. Don't sink into them. You know, just stay focused on the breath. That's your job. Do your best to do that. Pay attention to the breath. Let's do about 4 or 5 quality minutes with determination. Pay attention to the breath. Breathing naturally, not forced. And to stay alert, just the breath. Don't worry about all the chatter. Just stay on the breath. That's the job. Just the breath. Stay sharp on the breath. Adjust. You know, if you're spacing out, just adjust it back to the breath. So relax now. It's about 4 minutes, I think. It's good quality 4 minutes, okay? Just relax.